Hey there everyone. So today we are going to go through with my orbital polisher, random orbital polisher, and just take some time here to kind of show you what the difference is between a non-buffed side, which I'll leave there, and a buffed, polished, and waxed side. So this truck is washed. I did wash the paint, but I am going to spray on what I bought here, which I really like, is Meguiars Final Inspection. It's like a quick mist, something of a higher quality. So I am going to just make sure I clean off the paint here. I didn't clay bar this beforehand, but I haven't driven this vehicle here in months, so I just have no need to drive it. But it's been sitting in this shed. The paint is very clean. There aren't too many contaminants on it. I make sure of that with the paint anyway before I start. But just want to spray this mist off here, or wipe this mist off to get any sort of contaminants that are on there off. So you can see it's just a tad bit dirty compared to the dirty cloth on that side anyway. Make sure you have a clean cloth, unlike me. This is clean, it is washed, but seen its use. So anyway, here, what we want to try to get out today are kind of those fine scratches right there. Yep, you can see that pretty clearly without even a light on the subject. So you can see the person who owned this truck before definitely treated it as a truck. It is an awesome truck. I love it. I just don't have to drive it very much right now. It isn't winter time out. I don't have to tow anything at the moment, so I just haven't really been driving. But you can see there are some paint imperfections right there as well, and there's some right here. So we are going to take a look here. I'm going to tape this up, and I'm actually going to try some different products out here. So this is what I used yesterday on this side. As you can see, this looks really good, although I didn't get the results that I wanted to using the new product. So you can, yes, you can clearly see that. So I have been using most of my life, most of my detailing life here in vehicles, I've been using this Mirror Glaze 205 Ultra Finishing Polish. I don't have much left. This is awesome. I tried this polishing compound yesterday, a little bit, not very much. What I did try though was this Swirl Remover 2.0. So the difference here between this and this ultra finishing compound, A, is the price. This is a lot more expensive, but this has non-diminishing abrasive technology in it. So meaning the abrasiveness of this won't diminish as you continue to heat up the orbital, or heat up the pad, and you keep moving with it. So this breaks down over time as you're using it and just diminishes basically. This does not. I did use this as well, the Show Car Glaze. You know, I think I'm going to use this again maybe once before winter to give it that really good shine, because this really did bring out the color of the paint on this panel here. But I'm just going to use this for right now and see what it does. And then after that, I'm going to go over with this high-tech yellow wax and use that. I'm really into ceramics right now, but I just want to try this and see how it works compared to, and I'm going to actually compare it panel to panel on what the difference is between the Meguiars ceramic wax that I like to use, kind of and I'll show it to you actually. Battling a cold right now. Hybrid ceramic wax. So this, of course, isn't the professional quality like I use, but I have had very, very, very good luck with this hybrid ceramic wax right here. Very good luck. I use it on my boat. I use it on my vehicles. And once I get going here in a week or so, I'm going to spray some of this graphene ceramic spray on here. This is the final coat that I really, really like to use. But for right now, I'm going to try this ultra finishing polish here and see kind of how it does. I've had good luck with this on my black vehicles that I've owned before this and my 2017 Ram Night Edition that I had. So just want to try this out and see how it goes on my first red vehicle that I own. Also, I've got a Chemical Guys Hex Logic Functional Surface Technologies orange pad. This isn't quite the heaviest duty, but this will work for our purposes here. I don't want my heaviest duty one. I'm just letting it dry right now. I don't want that. I actually just want to try this and see how it works with the ultra finishing polish. So, all right. You know, I am not an expert on this by any means, but I've got my polishing pad conditioner. You can really use anything here. I could use at final inspection. All you need is some sort of lubrication. So as you can see, I just sprayed that on like that, just enough to lube the pad up. And then I'm going to shake this up really, really good. Throw a few drops on. About 5 of them. That's about dime to quarter size a piece. I'm going to start on this upper panel. So I'm going to put a few dabs on it like this. Working in about a 2 by 2 foot section here. And I'm going to first start at speed 1 on the orbital and work my way up to probably 4 to 5. So that's the plan right now. All right, so we've got our first initial pass done with that. Now what we want to do is take a clean cloth and let's just wipe this off. And yes, it's polished. It's going to be kind of tough to take off. What you really, really want to do is spray a little bit of this lubricant on there, and that will definitely help you take it off faster. And you know what this really does is it essentially, this polish is a filler, so it fills in all the scratches and stuff. Eventually, what that does is take out the filling of the polish, basically, because the polish heats everything up. And wow, I'm just gonna say right now that I haven't even cleaned that off well all the way, but you can clearly see the difference there. And the price difference here between this 205 from Meguiars compared to this number 9 from Meguiars, yeah, you pay a lot more for that, but wow. I mean, well worth it. Well worth it. This is so much nicer than the Swirl Remover 2.0. Now, this show car glaze, this is, of course, a fan favorite hand-applied glaze, so you can apply that as a glaze with your own hand, basically. But this ultra finishing compound or polish is definitely the way to go with some sort of medium to heavy duty orange pad. But I am going to, you can see that's so much more noticeable though on the non-polished side compared to the polished side. So what I'm going to do here is essentially go over one more pass here with that polish, and hopefully I'm able to take out some of those minor scratches that we may or may not be able to see here with this iPhone camera, which may be tough to see. But already huge difference. I'm not able to see some of these minor scratches as much as the non-polished side, especially when we're talking about up here. Yes, you can see. No, you can't. So big difference here. Would highly recommend the ultra finishing polish. Again, this takes a long time to do. That's only part of that panel. But we're just going to keep going with this, and I'm going to show you a after of the second time I do this, and hopefully it will be much better than the first. But visibly here, and I wish you can sort of see down on that lower panel right there, you can see the scratches and everything. I wish you could see it a little bit better with this camera, but that is okay. So we've just done our second pass, and that's all I'm gonna do with this truck, as it is my truck, my personal truck. I'm not gonna go over with a third pass because I just don't have the time. But with this lighting here, that's a little bit of film. I have to go over this one more time with a clean towel. But you can really see here, it's just not as visible. There are some scratches in here that, you know, a lot of this, when you're driving through the woods with a truck, you're bound to scratch to the primer or through the clear coat into the paint. But just visibly looking at it, yeah, see, like here, you can clearly see the scratches. What this does, once we get a sealant on this, yes, you can still clearly see some of the scratches there, especially some of the tinier, deeper ones caused by driving through the woods. But what that does is mitigate how far out. So if I'm the average person at a mall or at a car show walking 5 feet away from this, I can't tell the difference here. Or I can tell the difference, I should say. You can clearly see by just looking at that, even with this lighting, that the left side does not look as good as the right side. And that back rear quarter panel right there, this part just doesn't look as good as the part I just did. So once I throw some sealant on that, it's going to look exceptionally well. And I'm really excited here to see what it's going to do, especially right in that, yeah, you can see right in that spot. So once I get done with this side, polishing it, I'm going to come back through and polish this side, and then we're actually going to be able to see here, and I'll take a picture of it, what the difference is when we polish that side there. This truck is pretty scratched up, pretty scratched up. I took it to a detailer last summer, and over time, it's bound to show up again. So, you know, I'm not a professional by any means. Yes, I do details here in my shop. I don't go full paint correction, but I do offer, you know, stuff like this where you can kind of fix the paint a little bit. But I'm really hoping here that this is kind of showing you the difference between the polished and the unpolished. I don't go as far as to take compound of this heavy cutting compound and really fix the paint. I'm not that comfortable with doing that even on my own vehicles. But this is really for a red truck. It's really starting to shine deeply just by even looking at the overhead light. The difference there between that and that. It's awesome. All right, guys, so we did this side as well. You can see, I can see to my eye that there are still some scratches in here. So I need to, the first step is to buy a deeper ultra finishing polish. So it wouldn't be this ultra finishing polish. I would probably buy like a 8 cut level on there. So that'd be more of a polishing compound. So that would take this truck to the next level. Lesson learned. You can still see, yeah, you still see the scratches in there, but not nearly as deep as that left side. Like you can clearly see, hopefully on YouTube this uploads, you can clearly see that this left side doesn't look nearly as good as this right side there. So it's a little bit tougher to see here, but you can see that the gloss is darker on the right than it is on the left portion of the truck. So pretty happy so far. All right, guys, so we're on the last step here. I use the high-tech yellow wax. It's a premium yellow carnauba wax blended with silicones, polymers, and other waxes. Adds richness and depth of color. Provides ultimate high gloss protection to any cleaned and polished paint finish. So I used a black hex pad here from Chemical. Guys, I like it. It's not the softest one. It's the extra soft. It's not the extremely soft. So as you can see, I've got the wax on there right now. I just need to take my clean towel and go around. And now you'll be able to see kind of the cutoff line again of what is wax and what is not. You're not really going to be able to tell a huge difference here. But now we just need to basically buff off this wax here, like so, with this clean towel. It's buffing off very nicely. Just like so. Very, very, very smooth surface. This is excellent. So right after this, what you want to do, and I'm not going to be using this for a little while, so I don't need to worry about it per se as much, but what you really want to do after this is after you use a wax, if you're not using the ceramic wax, like I am not going to, I'm going to spray some of that Shine Armor Graphene Ceramic coating on here eventually. That would be my last step with a very high quality microfiber towel. So I pretty much, for the most part, buffed all of this wax off, and I'm going to go through, like I said, with the Shine Armor. Oops. So yes, you can see right there the depth of the color off to the right compared to the left. Yes, and you can see, I can see at least on this phone, basically the direct cutoff line, which is right there. And if you look close enough here, you can see the deepness and color off to the right compared to the left. Yes, that is a visible to the eye difference. So I am pretty impressed with these products here. Now, granted, we'll be able to see in the sun. Yes, I'm not able to get out a lot, of these deeper scratches like this big one here, but comparatively here, I can't see any scratches really besides some of the deeper ones that I need a compound on. I can't see any of the swirls or the mars, anything that I may have caused when I was washing the vehicle, or some of these smaller scratches here they haven't gone away completely, but they've really dissipated. So definitely more noticeable than this side over here, clearly, as you can see. This side I did last night. I'm not sure if I want to go through again and do this side. That was a lot of work. Next up, I'm moving to the tailgate portion of the truck, which needs it pretty bad. I can thoroughly say, though, that I am impressed here again with the 205. This is for any weekend enthusiast such as myself, this is a very safe to use mirror glaze product from Meguiars. Most of you are not going to have a truck that has been driven through trees like this one has by the previous owner. Most of you are going to have a car such as my Genesis, who, you wash once a week or you wash every other week or whatever. And you're not going to have I have to clean the front portion of the truck, I only did the back. You're not going to have these deep scratches like this truck has on it here. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with this product. All right, so we've got the final step. We're going to do the side that I did actually today instead of yesterday. And I sprayed a little bit onto my microfiber cloth, which the iPhone makes look dirtier than what it is. I did about 5 spritzes on here. So then it's really important here with this ceramic coating that you wipe it on very lightly, like so. And why I'm doing this here is just to provide a extra layer of protection on top of that carnauba wax. Shake it up a little bit more, make sure that that part is wet. Spritz it on there a little bit. Do 3 this time. And then again, just wipe it on like that. This just gives it that added layer of protection. Mainly why I do this is not only for the shine, because it's not noticeable after I just did a full detail on this quarter panel, back panel here. I do it for the wintertime protection. And you can see a little bit, it does darken the paint a tad bit here. Otherwise, I mainly do this just to protect the vehicle from the elements, especially down below right here. I'm really interested. I'm going to make another video here on the Genesis, because the Genesis just doesn't have these deep scratches that this truck has on it. Again, it's not noticeable to the iPhone, and it definitely won't be noticeable on YouTube, but it's going to be noticeable to the human eye. So definitely, if you have a nice vehicle like this, whoever bought this truck before, special ordered this, and he had the extra rims put on the vehicle. I've owned this for over a year now, but this was, with all the options, was about a $67,000 truck. Now, that doesn't include the rims or anything like that. So once you add on the rims and all of the bed materials and everything, you're talking, with the exhaust and the cold air intake, you're talking about well over, close to, well, over $75,000 for this truck. That's a lot of money when you think about it. So the gentleman who had this before me treated it like crap. And now I'm just trying to restore the paint a little bit to what it used to be. So this is the last step. Again, I've got the whole rest of the truck to do, but at least right now what I am doing, and the whole purpose of this video here is not only to show you how the polish works and what I would recommend there, but this is to basically protect this truck for future use, because I do want to use this truck in the future. I mean, I do want to hold on to this for quite a while. Hopefully my next vehicle, I want it to be a enthusiast car of some sort. I'm still not totally sure yet. I have looked at plenty of other vehicles to replace my Genesis eventually. But right now, I want a cool truck. It looks awesome. It sounds awesome, as you have seen in previous videos. And I just basically want to restore the paint to its slight glory, if you can say that, what it maybe used to be before he drove it through a bunch of trees and woods and everything to his cabin. So this is basically keeping the paint as is, or nicer than what it was, and basically do this once a year, keeps it up nice, keeps the paint looking sweet, and just doesn't make the truck show its age as it does right now. So hopefully this video helps you out. I'm going to make sure to let you know what I use here in the description. And again, I do detail cars. I do that as a side job here at my business. I don't go full on like this, what I am doing with my vehicles, mainly because of the liability reasons, but I do interior cleans, exterior cleans, everything like that. Throw on this type of ceramic graphene spray. And yeah, so hopefully this video helps the average Joe out when it comes to his or her car paint repair. Thank you very much.